All right, so welcome to the media review segment, and we're engaging two female. Harriet Nanasewa is aspiring Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer of the New Patriotic Party, and also Samira to R.M. Akunkel is Greater Accra Regional Treasurer of the NDC. Good morning and thanks for joining us. It's good to see both of you. All right, so state of the Ghana's economy. Let me read this to you. I am not too sure my perspective will be different from yours. I'm not happy with the economy. I don't think you are happy with the economy. I certainly don't think the president is happy with the economy because he has made it so. He said so. That is, he's not happy. His vice president had repeated that. His finance minister had said same. So we are not happy with the economy. And that's a leading member of the ruling New Patriotic Party, Gabi Asare Otredaku, saying so. And then, case closer. Oh. Nana said, while you are with the New Patriotic Party, your party is in government. A leading member, according to people, is probably a shadow vice president. He's saying he's not happy with the economy. And let's get up and go ahead.
I'll correct that.
Correct that word.
A shadow vice.
No, I said people said he's a shadow vice president.
That's what I'm saying. I'll correct that.
Oh no, you don't have to.
I'll
people
correct. Yeah, because
don't focus on that. Let's focus on the economy. Don't worry. I've taken it back. So tell me about what he has said. What do you make of that?
Okay, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. And then I greet the father of this nation, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, and all the constituency executives in Greater Accra, all the constituency youth organizers. I greet them this morning. I will also admit that we are in difficult crisis. I'm not going to dispute that fact that we are in difficult crisis. I am going through what every normal being is going through: increasing transport, shortage of food price increasing, rent price increasing, everything. I admit that. But
there's a but.
Yeah, there is a but.
I see.
Yeah, there is a but. I admit that, okay? There is a but. But but there is a crisis that is not only Ghana that are suffering with it or going through with it. Okay, there is a world crisis.
World crisis.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
There is a world crisis that we all have to come together and think of our way forward, how we are going to solve that crisis. Because remember, we were going through a world pandemic for almost 2 good years, which is the COVID-19. And if world is in crisis, automatically, who are we in Africa? You get it? Because most of the materials or most of the things that we are exporting, we get it from there. Because we don't have much of the resource here. Even if we have it, we are not up to their standard. If we have it, some individual businessmen are not ready to collaborate so that we patronize our own natural resource. You get it? So there is a crisis we are all going through because of the pandemic that the world experienced, which Ghana is included. Ghana is not excluded. And aside that, look at the Russia and Ukraine war. That also has also brought us a lot of damage. Okay. Because when you check, Ukraine, Russia is the third oil producer. Okay. So imagine if the third oil producer is in war. How are we going to survive? Which means fuel will be increased in the world market. And we also will be affected with it. We can't exclude ourselves from it because there is something that all the African countries are going through. Even Nigeria, that they produce the highest oil in Africa. Even they are going through that crisis. As I'm talking to you, Nigeria are going through Dundum So. Even they produce oil. You get it? So the crisis is not only in Ghana. That is why I say I admit that. But one thing that I want to let the people know is that this is something that is not only Ghana that is going through that hardship, but the world is going through that hardship. Ukraine, for instance, is the highest producer of wheat. And now, are we getting wheat from Ukraine? No. The higher producer.
Have you seen, I didn't want to interject, but have you seen their release from the embassy to say that do not blame, especially agricultural growth of your country, no matter how you're growing, too, because this war started, it just had 3 months. If issues are there before, have you seen that release?
And that release was coming from Russia, not Ukraine.
Yeah, but even that, so even that, have you seen that?
You see, Russia will try to defend himself. Remember, we are in a political state. Everybody tries to defend themselves. See, don't put the blame on me.
But how would you put the blame that has a war that started just 3 months? With an issue that has been there for a long while. If you mentioned food shortage, I didn't.
Yeah, and the food shortage is not coming from Russia. The food shortage is coming from Ukraine because they are the highest producer of wheat. They are the highest producer of sugar beets. And we get it from there. I didn't say the food shortage is coming from Russia. I said Ukraine. No, and I said the oil shortage is coming from Russia.
Shortage, the agri minister would disagree with you.
The agri minister would disagree with me.
There's no food shortage.
There is no food, but are we producing wheat? I didn't say Russia. I didn't make a statement that there is a food shortage. I said that
the beginning.
I said that in wheat is food. Okay, wheat is food. And in Ghana, do we produce wheat? We produce cassava, plantain, cocoyam, palm nuts. We produce that, and that food is not short in this country. We still have that food, and it's still cheap in the market. You get it?
It's still cheap in the market?
Yeah, but a little bit cheap in the market because of the increase of transportation. But those living at the rural areas is still cheap because they don't take transport, okay? They are farmers, so farmers is cheap to them. But we live in the city, it become expensive because of the increment of transportation. You understand? So when it comes to the local food, I'm not saying we've shut about. When it comes to some foods that we import in the country, which is oats like this, sugar beans. We don't have much in this country. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about.
Okay, so this is your but. The fact that everything is going wrong, but there's a but. It has to be blamed on Ukraine and Russia.
And then we shouldn't put all the blame on them. We should also put blame on the pandemic, the COVID pandemic. Okay, so this is something that we are all experiencing. Okay. So we all have to adjust. Let me tell you.
Please, quickly, so that I could bring.
Okay, let me tell you. Assuming when former President Kufuor was in power, do you remember we were already refining our oil in the country when President Kufuor was in power? We thought. Assuming when NDC took over, they were able to maintain that our oil refunding. Do you think we'll be where we are right now? You get it? So they started the damage, and we are trying to help to recover that damage that they have destroyed. Okay? So one thing I'm begging the good people of Ghana, Ghanaians, is that please, they should all try to understand what is going on in the world. Okay. We should all support each other. We should all try to adjust to the world crisis that we are going through. Because if Europe and America are doing very well, we also will have the effect of it.
I see. Interesting. So we have to wait for them to do well.
We are doing our best, but you see, no matter what they are ahead of us, we can never say that we are ahead of them. You get it? We have to understand that fact.
Okay. Samira too is with the NGC, and obviously she's going to disagree. Madam Akunka.
Thank you very much. I'd like to greet all the members of NDC. Okay. And I would like to greet all mothers in Ghana. And today I have the opportunity, I wish them happy Mother's Day. Okay. Because now in Ghana, it's not about buying a dress, buying car, or renting. The economy is now about how to feed once in a day. That is what it is. And mothers in Ghana are crying. Some, in fact, if they should bring a train now, they'll run to Agege. But
Agege is in Nigeria.
now there's border too, you cannot pass. So we are here in Ghana to suffer. You see, I don't want to talk about these English big things, inflations, what on those things. I want to talk as a mother, a local mother from Boku village in Ghana here, for my sister to understand Wolf Akufo-Addo, to understand very well. The sad aspect is that when you start fumbling and then making excuses as if people of Ghana didn't hear how you spoke sweet. Oh, so everything is NDC. So you people shouldn't be in power. You should just pack your things and leave. Because if you are telling me that because of NDC, fuel recovery levy, that was taken off, that's what Ghanaians are now suffering today. Even as at that time, that we were subsidizing it from government fund. Nobody even asked where we were getting that fund from. A bowl of Gary was 5 cedis by then. What are you talking about? We are not kids, so if you have failed, just come out and tell Ghanaians that we are sorry, we have failed. Because Bawumia said that if the fundamentals of the economy will expose you by the rate. I'm surprised that you see, sometimes when you want to come and talk about issues, and it is like you are coming from a political family, and people from the other political party, like MPP, are like a teenager in love. My brother, if your young daughter finds a man and fall in love, sometimes all your preaching and all your advice is not heard. That is how MPP members, I see them. You are saying that fuel prices are high. The fuel that we are suffering, how many levies have you people put on the fuel? How many levies? I keep asking every time I go to the media is that MPP should come out and tell us how much we incurred as COVID debt. You and I, all of us in Ghana, we see it plain. How much are they getting from the recovery levies they are taking from all of us, from our pay, from the teachers to the cleaner? How much is he making in a month? Let's all calculate and know that maybe at the end of 5 years, we are taking that one off. Oh, so the people of, Italy, they are not back to normal. They can't buy food. Ghana COVID, it's a very sensitive issue. We don't want to talk too much about it. If Ghana COVID was serious as the way NPP are claiming, I'm sure we would have all died. Which proper hospital did we have in Ghana here? Which measures were they taking in Ghana here to make sure that people don't go? First time, the first 6 months of COVID, Nosma, common Nosma was 8 cedi per one. A box was 2.5. Who was buying it? And who was forced to buy it? We, the Ghanaians, were forced to buy it. What have they done about the COVID? Is it the fried rice, school feeding food they went and shared? They think Ghanaians, we are reduced to reliefs where even common Togo. My brother, Togo is still operating a free port. I don't know part of the world. Have they said because of the economy and the way we are suffering, they don't even have gold, they don't have cocoa? Ghana, we are proud of gold, bauxite, cocoa. Is that not what? And rubber. If you are talking about wheat and oat, I mean, my sister is still living in the richness of the Ghanaians. If not that, who eats oat in Ghana of late? We are talking of Banku and Chinam, and we are talking of oat. Where are you going to get money to even buy the milk? One box of oat now, my brother, is 15 cedis. Olonka, millet, when we're doing the fasting, the first week, I went and bought it 11 cedis. The next week, 12 cedis. The third week, I went 17 cedis. Why is it that the people in MPP, we have something they called, when you are 18, you focus of the future. Maybe, okay, MPP should be using, we won't even give them 1 year plan. They should always be having 6 month plan. If they don't have the men, as they claim, they should meet John Mama and his people. Let us teach them how governance is done. How governance is being done. Because how can you not know that then as a petroleum boss that if all things being equal, in the next month I will need this, I will need that. Today you go 1 liter is this, the next day 1 liter is that. And we all know how our fuel pump operators are. What Nana do and his people and MPP need to know is that the businessman don't care about where you are sitting. The businessman is there to break even. You are saying that farmers are not suffering with amount. Farmers, look, do you know that in Ghana, people who suffer to educate their children are farmers? Go to the village. People walk 6 miles to go to school. Sometimes you go to 6 years before they'll take you to school. They don't even have computers. They don't even have proper schools. But they talk as if hunting for food. No, I'm not even going to go that level. And because you need primary school to class 6 before you even talk of JSS. If it is far distance and you are in Accra, a child of 1 year, 1.5 years can go to school. A child of 2 years can go to school. But what about the village? Can he go to school? The mother will have to back that child and go to the farm and weed. And the one that is in secondary school too, thanks to computer selection, they will send that child to Bolga or Boku and make the child a day student. Then the farmer will pay the same fee at the university as Nana Akufo-Addo and his president are paying. Free education. How many children of Nana Addo finished Ghana schools? All of them. They are all running out. Go and check our scholarship. That who are those who are going for scholarship? So, like two people say, the MPP, actually, he hasn't said yet. They will kneel down and beg Ghanaians because the gods of Ghana are angry. Even the gods, because they want to use it to do quickly. They can't even get fertilizer to produce it. So even this homo war, even the egg that they are going to use to even thank our gods for what they have done, they can't. This Salah, the cheapest dress we used to buy is abaya, which used to be 150, 60 Ghana cedis. Now each tailor takes cover. She knows it. 150 Ghana cedis. We will go naked very soon for Nana Addo. So my sister shouldn't even talk of COVID issues at all. Let me take him. He's talking about Kufuor. Let me talk of 82. I'm running up. 82. When your people are suffering as a government, why is MPs, ministers, Flagstaff House, cars and food are not reduced? All that levy goes into their cars. Free coupon. Some animals are more equal than others. MPP are more equal than Ghanaians. Animals farm.
I hear you.
I'm hearted and I don't. Economy. What is there to talk about Ghana in economy?
I hear you. Speaking to a labor consultant yesterday, lawyer Austin Gami, he says that if it were in another regime, Ghanaians would have been angry and be on the street, or something else would have happened. You have had the luckiest regime ever, because even in this space, Ghanaians are quiet. So don't smile. 23.6% inflation. What does that mean to you? A 23.6% inflation. And that was announced by the government statistician yesterday.
The fundamentals are weak.
Tell me about that.
Don't tell me I shouldn't smile. Because I like smiling. I don't know. Actually, personally, I'm not a frown type.
Okay.
I don't frown.
Okay.
So
because the thing, though.
For me, I love to smile.
Okay, so
you
smile
see,
more.
Yeah, I'm smiling. You see, let me address certain issues.
Okay.
Okay,
before you address the issues, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll allow her to address the issues. But of course, announcement of that 23.6% inflation yesterday was what broke the camel's back. That was the last straw. That was the last straw. Let's take this break. When we come back, they're still in the studios. Let's discuss all these issues. All right, so thanks for staying with us. We're still here on Breakfast Live. Happy birthday to my dear sister, Dorcas Sena Somia. Thank you so much for all the love and care. I pray that all your lines will fall in pleasant places from your kid sister Grace. And so that's from Grace to you, Dorcas Sena Somia, to enjoy all that there is. Happy birthday to you, Dorcas Sena Somia. Of course, we also saying on behalf of management and everyone here at TV Africa, we express heartfelt condolences to you, Ambassador Sampi Yali. You unfortunately lost your wife, Patience Ifua Bento, May his soul rest in perfect peace. We are with you. We are praying with you. May you stay strong in these trying times as you mourn the passing away of your dear wife. And so that's our way of heartfelt condolences to you, Ambassador Sampi Ali. We still have Harriet Nanasewa, who's an aspiring Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer, MPP. And of course, Samira to RM Akunkel, Greater Accra Regional Treasurer of the NDC. All right, so I asked you a question, 23.6%
Right.
inflation.
Right. Okay.
Since 2004, highest ever.
Yeah, and it's highest ever all over the world, not only Ghana. Let me read this to you from IMF. The IMF, that the NDC was saying that we should run to them for money, but we shouldn't implement the yield levy. This is the statement from IMF this year. That is Tuesday, okay, this year, on Tuesday. And they were saying that
Where are you reading from? Okay, you go ahead.
I'm reading from IMF. I'm reading from IMF cutting its global protection, its global projection, 2022 and 2023. Right. And this is what IMF was saying on Tuesday, saying the economic impact from Russia and Ukraine propagate fair and wide, adding to price pressure and excavating significant policy challenge. Meanwhile, the World Bank lowered its global growth forecast for 2022 by nearly a full percentage point, from 4.1% to 3.2%, citing the pressure that Russia involved with Ukraine has placed a global crisis. Okay, so this is something that is coming from IMF, and they have, made a statement that the World Bank lowered its global growth forecast 2022 by nearly a full percentage point, from 4.1% to 3.2%. Okay, so this is something that the world is going through. This is something that is not coming from Ghana. I don't think it's essential that Danko Akufo-Addo and MPP government would like to see Ghanaian crying, okay? And they are saying that Mahama is alternative. To me, what at all is Mahama going to do? What at all do Mahama have? What solution do Mahama have? And if Mahama is the solution to our crisis now, then I will tell you that Mahama was the luckiest president in Ghana, because during Mahama regime, there wasn't anything like COVID pandemic, there wasn't anything like World War III, okay? There wasn't anything like that, but we were experiencing doom so. We were experiencing doom. I don't call it even doom so. We were experiencing doom so, which I was laid off. I was also affected with that doom so, because I was laid off at my workplace. At that time, I was working at Efienya. You understand? So, what at all do NDC have? What solution do NDC have?
What is the solution to the inflation?
Let me land. When she was talking, I watched you. You wasn't interfering with what she was saying.
No, I did.
So,
I did at some point. And clearly, wait a minute. Let me tell you something. I've said that how I wish that I don't even have the NDC in the studio, because clearly they have no locus. They are not in government. And so you have the questions to answer.
Okay,
I don't
so
see the questions
I am answering. Okay,
right,
so I am answering
if I
that
have the
NDC
opportunity.
is not the solution,
Right.
And I don't think NDC.
So, right.
I don't think NDC is the solution, because they screwed us up when they were in
power.
power.
I agree with you. And, NDC is not the
and
solution.
even with this crisis, free SHS is still going on. Okay, with this crisis, why are you laughing? With this crisis, free SHS is still going on. With this crisis, we are still paying government workers their salary. Okay, let me tell you, some country in Europe, that you can't even buy fuel. You can't even buy fuel to a certain amount.
So I've not been to Europe.
Yeah,
before.
so I'm telling you what is going on. Okay, and we are trying everything to make ends meet. Okay, and I don't think NDC is the alternative.
Okay,
because with them, there was a lot of crisis where all of us saw it.
It's
not
agree.
like
NDC
this
is
is
not
something.
the solution,
This
and
is
I'm not too sure Akufo-Addo is going to contest Nanado again, John Mahama again. We have 2 years to go. What would be the advice in ensuring that we don't have these kind of situations we find ourselves in, especially because if we continue to go ahead with what those reports are, I can also read more to you. The World Bank director also saying that even before COVID, we were being plunged into something else. The economy was not doing well.
And do you think NDC is the alternative?
I just told you that
NDC and John Dramani Mahama are not the alternative.
I told you, I agree with you.
What we are doing, the way we are managing our economy,
right,
assuming it was NDC that was in power,
yeah,
I don't think we will see what we are seeing. I don't think we will benefit what we are benefiting. Because at that time, when you were talking, I wasn't interrupting. At that time, when there weren't any world pandemic, there was doom. So
yes,
at that time, people were laying off from their job. At that time, even there was always increment in fuel. I don't think this is the right time we have to use fuel to do politics. We should take fuel out of politics. Yeah.
I'm saying that
they're all parts.
So
when everything increases, inflation will increase. You understand? No, you are making the fire started burning. I tried to go the low key.
Yeah, I'm saying
but
that.
It seems
listen.
I will talk based on facts, and I'm not going to lie. All what she was saying was propaganda. It was just propagating the people. You get it? As if said, when NDC was in power, Ghana was in heaven.
You are answering
but when NDC was in power, Ghana we were in hell, and now we are trying to make Ghana be like heaven. You understand?
And 20 Ghana.
Yes, because the world is going through crisis that we can't do anything about it. We are not God. Okay, we are not God. This is something that the
inflation question is actually not me.
And I am answering it, and I'm saying that this is something that is not only Ghanaians that are going through. Even Nigeria, even our neighbor countries are going through the same crisis. And Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, is doing his best. You get it? So this, let me tell you, when you travel, I went to where I won my Young Africa Leaders Award, Gambia, 2019. When you enter their airports, my brother, you will realize that Ghana, we are in paradise. If you travel to some of the Africa countries, you realize that Ghana, we are in paradise. You understand? So this is the time we have to cherish the hard work of the president, what the president is doing. That's why when we started, I said that I admit that we are going through crisis. I am also going through that. Anytime I buy fuel, if I buy 400 Ghana cedi, even 460 Ghana cedi fuel, by the time I go home, I have spent 300 Ghana cedi fuel. Do you think I don't feel this? I'm a Ghanaian. I felt what the people are going through. Okay. But this is something that we shouldn't politicize it. This is something that instead of you politicizing, instead of you condemning it, why don't they?
Who's politicizing?
Oh. My NDC mama.
No,
and
that's
the
why
NDC
I said
people,
don't focus on
instead of the one asking the questions here.
Instead of us,
I don't ask
instead
questions.
Of you politicize it. What
you are just trying to do your own house.
What I want from her is
what?
Give us the solution. If you think you have the solution, because when we were in opposition,
get out of the seat.
And the economy were in crisis.
Get out of the seat. We'll bring the solution.
We brought in some ideas that we want
right now. Will you give your solution to Moses Abbo? You want to contest Moses Abbo? Will you give your solution to him? You want Moses to get up for you to bring the goodness. So tell Anadu to wake up. We'll bring the goodness.
We said that we are going to bring in free SHS. Now that you people are talking, okay, what is the solution?
Right now, the station here, Ghanaians are watching. They are seeing who's talking.
I am waiting.
Okay, let's get up and leave the time for when she finish talking to finish.
MPP, you people are not doing well in this economic crisis. Okay, so this is what.
When you go campaign, you say that Moses is doing well.
But
are you saying that your original organizer that you are contesting is doing well?
The solution.
Look at this. You are an aspirant. You go around chanting talking against your youth organizer that they should vote for you. You are expecting the whole NDC to give you solution. You to go and join Moses Abbo so that you people will work together. Okay, go and join Moses Abbo so that you people will work together. Why are you contesting him?
You people are not giving us what if God will in 2024. What you people are
my dear, why are you contesting Moses? Give your ideas to Moses.
We talk about what we were coming to implement when the Ghanaians give us the mandate.
So
that is what I am expecting you to do.
Okay.
MPP, we are actually managing the economy. Assuming NDC was in power, I'm telling you by now, all of us, we are dead.
Okay. So you see, I didn't interject again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You let the fire start burning.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not too sure.
You have tagged him NDC self already. One sitting here. In the essence of frustration, let's be careful the way.
But when you were talking, you didn't.
I'm saying that when you go on campaigning, do you tell them that Moses Abo is a very good man? He's a gentleman. So please, why are you saying that?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I don't say that. Tell us that MPP is a good person.
You are not even doing good.
What I'm saying is that.
Look, everybody is complaining in Ghana, except those of you who are on per diem and taking free money. I have been to Gambia. Look, let me tell you, it was Kwamina Ahoye and the delegation of Nala, which I was part, who went to Gambia for them to learn from Ghana local government system.
That is why.
So if you just went there because they fly you there free to go and take an award, me and the MPPs, I don't even know the people they used to do their research. Because research now much on even inflation is more than what they are writing.
Oh, please.
Because if the definition of inflation is about price of goods, then what you are even writing is
what
lies.
I am asking you is that if you think we have failed,
talk about the inflation.
What are you going?
Talk about the inflation. No, you talk about the inflation.
Implement. If Ghanaians give your party, the NDC party and John Dramani Mahama, the mandates. That is what I want to hear. If you people think we have failed.
Treasurer of the NDC, I'm most grateful to you, ladies.